How's it going, everybody? KJewers here, bringing you another round of daily themed Pokemon battles on Pokemon Showdown. Now today I'm bringing you another SBA match from my league that's going on. This is week 2, and my opponent here is Scranscorp. I will put a link to his channel in the description below. Check him out. He's a really awesome guy. Again, another person that I want to have some more discussions with in the future, and a great guy. So yeah, go check out his channel. But I think what I'm actually going to start doing is, because there's one battle per week, I think I'm going to be posting my SBA matches on Trainer Tuesday. I just feel like out of all the days that would probably be the best fit. And just the way Trainer Tuesday is lately is I've been having the most problems with battles on that day, especially for the main purpose that with Trainer Tuesday I'm limited to a very set pool of Pokemon, which is about, if I get lucky, 15 at the most, or a 10 and an under. And when you're dealing with Pokemon on a certain team, like for example Steven's team, which I actually tried recording at one point, you have only rock and steel types, which just have a huge common weakness and everything. And I know you can play around it and everything, but it's very hard to build around, and it's just I'm not able to get really any good battles. But that's enough of a rant for that. I'll try and figure out a solution for that anyways. But taking a look at my opponent's team here, he has the Arcanine, the Gothitelle, Politoed, which something interesting is going to happen with this. You'll see a Mamoswine, a Togekiss, and the Manectric, which is going to be his Mega Evolution. This thing terrifies the crap out of me and all of my Pokemon. I have here the Ferrothorn, the Florges, the Azumarill, Keldeo, Mega Gallade, and the Hydreigon. Now, when I was taking a look at his team, because again we had the draft of about 12 Pokemon, I was looking, and there was a huge, it was very rain team oriented, and I decided that the Pokemon that would scare me the most would be Mega Manectric, and he had Mega Swampert, but I knew he had to bring one of them. Mega Manectric was definitely a bit more menacing to my team, so I needed something that could take a special hit. As you can see, not many Pokemon on my team are able to take on Mega Manectric, as Mega Manectric is able to pretty much shut down my whole team. So I decided to bring in Florges or possible Hydreigon as a switch in, because I'm pretty sure a Hidden Power Ice would not kill me around max HP. And I have the Choice Scarf Keldeo, which is actually coming back from last week. Choice Scarf Keldeo is just a Pokemon I really like. It's really good. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I'll just say that much this match. So let's just hop right in. I'm going to lead off my Ferrothorn. I figured that my main goal was to get up my Stealth Rocks, because his only way of getting rid of the rocks was his Togekiss. Now, I decided to just stay in and go for the Protect, the Scout, what he would go for if it was Overheat, if he had, or if it was Flamethrower, if he would predict me to go for the Volt Switch. He just goes for the Flamethrower, so I decided to go into my Florges because I know I could take any hit. And he goes for the Thunderbolt here. Now he does 24% and he paralyzes me. The paralysis might seem bad, but it actually helps me. And the fact that if his Gothitelle does end up being sort of a bulky Toxic stall, then I won't be able to get Toxic, and I can Toxic his Gothitelle and stay in there and just be completely unharmed. But anyways, he's going to go into his Togekiss here, and he's just going to go for the Air Slash as I go for the Protect. I want to have as maximum HP as possible on this Florges to take on Mega Manectric later in the match, as well as some of his other Pokemon. He's going to go for the Air Slash and get the flinch here, but I am whittling him down slowly, and that was kind of my game plan. Was I wanted to see if he had the Heal Bell on this or not, and I just wanted to whittle it down to the point where I could get up my rocks and put him in range of possibly Mega Gallade or something later, or my Choice Scarf Keldeo, which is what my plan was kind of later to sweep with. But he's going to go into his Politoed here, and as you can see, the rain doesn't go up, and that was like extremely weird to me. I had no idea why, but then I looked, I was like, oh, he must be Water Absorb. That's kind of weird. It interests me, but I knew he was going to switch out and go for the Parasong because Florges was annoying him, so I went out into my Ferrothorn knowing this is a good time that I can get up my Stealth Rock and sort of force him to switch out. And now I'm actually going to predict him to switch into his Gothitelle, and I'm going to go into my Florges here. I figured that now this is the perfect time. And just by this damage, I can tell that he specs, because I have full special defensive investment as well as HP in this Florges. And so I knew he had specs at this time, and I wouldn't have to deal with any Toxic stall business. And my goal here at this point was just to get more damage off on this thing, because he didn't really have any form of recovery, and I can just wish up and get all my HP. And now the Mamoswine comes out. Mamoswine, pretty scary Pokemon, as it's able to hit pretty much every Pokemon on my team for a good amount. But I did a calc, and Ferrothorn is going to be able to take the hit pretty well. I believe it did around like 40% to 34% during the calcs. And so he's going to go for the Stealth Rock. My team doesn't have any way to get rid of rocks because I'm not really too concerned about rocks. Rocks don't really affect me as I don't have any Focus Sash or super effective typing to it. And he's going to go for the Curse as I go for Leech Seed. This is scary, really scary. Luckily, I do carry the Power Whip and instead of the Gyro Ball, which would do more damage. But I do miss the Power Whip, which is unfortunate, but I am noticing that with these Earthquakes, it's not enough damage to be a 2-hit KO, so I can protect and get my leftovers, as well as the Leech Seed, so I'm slowly chipping away at him, and he doesn't have any form of recovery, and then I can eventually go for Power Whip, which I do here. Now, this damage is very important that I got off on Mega Manectric, because after Stealth Rock damage, Choice Scarf Hydro Pump from Keldeo was a roll to see if it would kill him. But now I put him in range of Scald, so I don't have to worry about that. But again, I'm just going to go for the Protect on my Ferroform to see what he's going to go for. And I wanted to make a really risky play and stay in and go for the Leech Seed. But the safer play was definitely to go into Florges to take whatever move, even if he went for Volt Switch. But now I'm going to go into my Hydreigon as he decides to go for the Volt Switch, which is a nice play. He does get the crit, doesn't really matter at this point. And I ran a calc on this one, and even if he was adamant, I figured he was running some sort of physical bulk or some sort of bulk on this Mamoswine due to the leftovers. I knew I could take an Ice Shard, and so I could just go for the Flash Cannon, didn't really have to risk missing a Draco, and I could kill that thing. Now I'm free to go into my Mega Gallade as he goes into his Togekiss, and I could go for the Zen Headbutt. After the calc, I knew it would not be able to kill him, but I knew I could also take an Air Slash unless for some reason he was Specs or something. But I could go for the Zen Headbutt here and be able to take care of the Togekiss. I was kind of scared I'd miss, but luckily I didn't, which is very nice. And he's going to go into his Gothitelle here as I can just go for the knockoff. I do not run the Ice Punch this time. I'm actually running the knockoff. I figured looking at sort of a rain team, Ice Punch wasn't as necessary as knockoff would be. And here he just goes into his Mega Manectric, and I figured stacking would be the best play. There's no reason to get really fancy. I don't need Mega Gallade for anything here. And now I could just go into a Azumarill, and even though I went for Aqua Jet and I gave him his HP back, it was definitely my safer play in case he decided to stay in or something like that. Waterfall would have been really bad and I would have lost this. But now I'm able to go for the Play Rough if he goes for the Pear Song. I do get the crit. If he was running Physical Bulk, it probably would have been a 2-hit KO. But still, I'm not really sure how much more the Politoed could have done. I didn't really get to see the rest of his set. But he's going to go out into his Arcanine here as he's able to go for the Banded Extreme Speed. And just by looking at the damage, I was like, that's most likely Banded. I was kind of scared if maybe it had Wild Charge, but I don't think it really would have mattered too much. He's going to go into his Manectric here, and I'm going to be double intimidated. So this Aqua Jet is not going to be able to kill, and he's going to be able to take out my Azumarill. But I am going to be able to go out into my Keldeo and just go for the Choice Scarf Skull. No reason to go for any other move here. He's just going to go for the Protect, just trying to hold on to the Manectric for as long as possible, but unfortunately that's not going to be enough, and Mega Manectric is going to go down. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this battle. I thought it was a pretty good battle. The Politoed was definitely really interesting. I'm not sure if he was possibly trying to foresee that I was going to try and use his rain to my advantage with possibly my Keldeo and Azumarill. But regardless, yeah, it was a good match, and he definitely had some scary Pokemon. Again, Mega Swampert in the rain would have been terrifying to this team, and Mega Manectric is really, really scary as well. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this battle, go ahead and click that like button. Leave a comment down below of what Pokemon you want to see in future videos. Subscribe if you want, and go check out Scranscorp. I'll leave his channel link in the description below, and I will see you guys next time.